Hey everybody, Married Man here. Today we're going to cover the edge-to-edge glue up. First of all, we'll cut our pieces to length, then we'll make sure that they have straight sides, and then we'll proceed with the glue up. At this point, I'm going to use a miter saw to cut the boards to length. I want 3 boards, approximately 20 inches long. If you don't have a miter saw, you could do those cross cuts with a crosscut sled. There's a video on my channel about that, with a circular saw or even a handsaw. The point is to just get your boards to the right length. Although not required for the edge glue up, I'm going to go ahead and sand my pieces with 80 grit followed by 120 grit. Go ahead and sand those before I cut them to width. Now I'm going to set up my table saw to rip all these lengths at 1 3/16 of an inch. I need 13 of those, and then I'll need one wider board in the middle. I think you'll start to see a pattern. I got lucky with this board. It's straight on one end, which is good because I could run that up against my fence and cut my 1 3/16 boards out. Put on my safety goggles. I already have in my ear protection. Here's a bonus tip for those who have a construction type saw like I do. Sometimes the bed of your truck can act as a feed table. With our pieces cut before I do the glue up, I want to give each one a burn, and I'm going to be staining some of these boards. Give them some color. I think you'll start to see a pattern. I'm going to stain the boards, get them ready for glue up. I think you'll start to see a pattern. With the boards stained and dried, they're now ready for glue up. Bam! What do you think? Turned out pretty good. Now, why did I do a video on a basic glue up, and why did I shape it like this and not like a flag? Well, this is going to be part of our next video as well. In our next video, I'm going to go over how you can do Lazy Susans and the jig that I built for it. I believe Lazy Susans can be really easy or become very complex. I'll show you one that I made recently in a video over here as we talk, and in that one it's about 19 inches around with the base bigger than the top, and I did that patriotic one, and I carved all the stars out individually, and it took quite a while. And I made a jig so that I could do that without putting a hole through the wood. That jig is for my router table. And I have a cheap router table, and it works with it. And it's not the most beautiful jig, but I'll show it to you next time. I believe Lazy Susans can be made very easily and simply, or they can become very complex. This week, I'm going with a 4th of July design, thinking that for myself and maybe others out there, this is something that would sell with the 4th of July weekend coming up. And this is something that could be batched out without a lot of work. Next time we'll be talking about Lazy Susans. I appreciate you watching. If you got anything out of this video, or if you want to support us, please give us that thumbs up. Please give me the comments below what you think about these ideas for Lazy Susans, and please consider subscribing. I hear my wife calling. I gotta go. Turned out pretty nice.